You may have heard the terms hardware and software before, but what exactly are hardware and software? What's the difference between the two? Hardware is a machine and all of its parts. With respect to computers, hardware refers to a physical desktop or laptop and all of the components inside of it. Computer hardware comes with an instruction set architecture, or ISA, which is a set of instructions that someone using the hardware can input without actually knowing the details of how it works. These instructions are similar to the buttons on a digital clock that allow you to change the time displayed on the clock without actually knowing where electricity needs to flow within the clock to change the time. On the other hand, software is something that is built using the instruction set architecture and potentially other pieces of software. Going back to the digital clock example, let's pretend someone created a language that allows you to create statements that act as if a button were pushed on the clock. An example of a statement in the language might be press hour button. Making a list of these statements would create something called a script that could be used to do a task that requires multiple button presses in one go simply by running the script. For example, I might have a clock whose time can only be changed forwards, not backwards. So I could create a script that changes the time backwards by an hour. I've labeled my script fallback.clock for ease of use in the future, and it looks like this. Now that I've created this script, I can just run fallback.clock whenever I want to move the time on my clock 1 hour backwards. Fallback.clock is an example of a piece of software for the digital clock because it is a list of instructions that work on the clock's interface, instead of existing as a physical part of the clock. Furthermore, I can take this program I just made and create another script using it. My new script, fallback3.clock, will now move my clock back 3 hours. This script is an example of building new software using old software. This type of abstraction is what makes computers so powerful. As more software is written, ideas that are more complex can be created into new software more easily by using existing software. To summarize, hardware is a physical machine, whereas software is a list of instructions used to run that machine. Do you have a question about computers? If so, feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.